Good morning, y'all. So it's been a minute since I've been on camera, made a video, but here I am. And sometimes you got to get up and do the things that are uncomfortable. And that being said, I am currently in Temecula, California. It's about 5:30 a.m. and I'm in kind of a residential area that backs up to a nature preserve. Oh, there goes a rabbit. So I'm attending a conference later this morning, and the location I'm at in Temecula is about an hour or so away from where I live, and that's later this morning. So I thought, yeah, I'll just get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is never pleasant. Sunrise is in about 20 minutes, but we're a little socked in with the clouds. It's going to clear up, but it's okay. If I don't get any shots out here today, at least you and I are having a conversation and we're out here. But we'll get something. We'll get the camera out and we'll shoot. I'm fully loaded. I'm stocked. Two tripods, 2 cameras, probably a lot more than I needed. But if anything, it makes for a good rucksack. And I'm out here walking around, getting some steps in. So let's go see what we can find. I noticed down below me here, I'm gonna go wide and then make my way back if there's a trail. Notice there's like a green belt of trees. And I wonder, because the rest of this area is pretty dry, a lot of pretty little poppy type flowers are here, poppy bushes, if you will. But I'm wondering if there's water down that way, even if it's a little creek, little stream. I'm wondering if that's what's feeding that green belt. So I'm just gonna take a walk down there and see what I can find. If not, just like I said, it's just a nice time out and getting out, being intentional, seizing the day. Well, one definite clue, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, is that you can see when it does at least rain, it does make the water makes its way definitely down this way. And it looks pretty intense when it does, because it's made a nice little deep crevasse all the way down this little trail down to that green belt area that you see in front of me. So we'll see what we find down here. All right, we arrived in a little bit of a fork in the road. Should I go that way down to the green belt, or should I take that path? Well, I say let's go this way, and then we'll try to make our way that way, if it's even a thing. Oh. Okay, wasn't ready for that. So I'm happy I made this choice here, because the area 360 down from the place I was just up above there, it's really not, I mean, there's something here to shoot. We're not really going to get a sunrise, so golden hour, that's out of the question. But there's some pretty little layering of bushes and flowerings, is that a word? And some of the green offset in the background, kind of just behind me here. And so I'm going to figure something out right in this area. I actually went about 30-40 steps from that area up this little hill, and there's a lot going on here. There's this little flowering bush, I have a boulder here, have some brush in this general area, then followed by those mound of boulders there, and then it's layered even further back with a little mountaintop in the background with trees. I'm not sure how to shoot this, but we're gonna get a shot right now. All right, I think what I've settled on is I'm at ISO 100, f11, and I'm at 0.6 of a second. I think I have enough there, and I have the shot lined up where I have the boulder in the front kind of on the right side of the frame, kind of on the right first third of the frame. And then I also lined up those boulders in the back in that same position. So you got to kind of climb up to see that with your eye, from the boulder in the front to the boulders in the back. I like the shot. Let's take it. Now I will say this, I did something I don't normally like to do. I only left a little bit of the sky, even though the sky is not harsh or anything like that, but it's pretty bland, if you will, because it's just kind of layered in gray right now until it burns off. So there's not a lot of differentiation, although in post I can probably tease out some of the contrast within the layers of the sky, the darker grays with the lighter grays. So might do that, but I didn't want it to be the focus. I wanted this boulder in the front to be the focus, leading you out to the stack of boulders in the mid-ground. So I like this shot. It has a lot of green next to it, or in it, and so yeah, I think it was a really good shot. Another simplistic shot that I'm going to take is the shot right behind me, this kind of uprising of bushes and flowerings that I can see. I don't know why I'm calling flowerings. Flowers that are on the bushes. But I do like the rise up to this little hill here, and I'm going to shoot this one right now. I just moved a few steps over from my right here and came down here probably about 10-15 steps. I walked around. There's a lot of boulders in this area that are just peeking out from the bushes, and they're quite nice. So I want to see if I can get some compositions. I'm going to shoot some more, so you probably see some consecutive shots of different boulders in this general area. But the first one I've come up on is this one here that's tucked away right there. It's hidden, and what I do need to do is raise my camera up a little bit on the tripod. I got it just, I don't have the legs fully extended, so I'm going to probably fully extend. I want to get this foreground brush element here into the flowering bushes there, and just that boulder just kind of tucked down in there. I think this is a nice little shot. And honestly, after I took that shot, I really like how the little hill or mountain behind it is kind of angling through the frame. It does cut the image, not quite in half, but maybe into a third. I just thought it was unique in the image itself. I may have said this in other videos, but I am a sucker for sunrises and sunsets, and in particular, I love sunrises. For the sheer fact that nobody is out here kind of interrupting the serenity, kind of like I am. But it's nice to just be out alone with your thoughts and with nature and a camera and just shooting the picturesque surroundings that are at your feet and in front of your eyes. So yeah, that's why I like sunrises mainly, but hey, I'll shoot a good sunset. All right, let's keep moving on. Whew, I'm definitely warming up. I don't think I need this sweatshirt any longer. It's gonna be like 86 degrees here today, Fahrenheit, so it's gonna be hot. But nonetheless, right behind me, you see these kind of no trespassing closed trail signs, and I'd come down from that way and ran into that, but I noticed there's a trail on this side, and I thought I could definitely access it from the top over to my left. So I did so. I walked back up, kind of around, found the trail, came down the trail, saw the opening. And so I'm not sure what all that means, because it's just a weird place to put it, because you can come down from the other side. So I feel like the top should be marked off as a no trail access, but whatever. But my eye is on this right up here. So the composition I ultimately chose was about 1 or 2 feet to my left here, as you see the camera behind me. And so I do like this vantage point. I like the shot, and I just love the layering of this. And layering to me has become more important and maybe just more obvious to me over the last few years, just coming out and just shooting and being excited about shooting a landscape composition. I think layering is super important when it comes to landscape photography. And of course you can be very simplistic and make the scene a little bit more isolated, but I do like when I have choices, and so this gives me a lot of choices. So what I am going to do is walk back up this hill and get a different vantage point, because as I was walking down, I did see it, and I didn't stop. I knew that I wanted to come down here, but I need to go back up there and see if that composition is worth shooting. I think it is. I think it is. If it was, you're going to see it on the screen right now. So what we see here is a tree that has long since lived out its days, and we have this growth coming, I think, out of it on the other side, or it's just in the ground, but it appears to be coming out of that middle. So even if it's the appearance, it looks cool. I also love along this trail here, there's again a lot of the bushes that have those little like poppy type of growth and flowering. So I really like that. It's the same ones that are here in front of me. It's almost like a painting or a paint-like scene. I love that these smaller hills and mountains behind it have different coloration. So I'm gonna try to figure out a good composition for this. So just for the record, I was able to walk down into that tree line, and there is a nice little marsh down here, little pond. So it must run the length of this beltway where we saw all those trees earlier today. So it's very nice in here. I don't know if there's enough light to get a shot, but since I'm down here, I'm gonna give it a go. This is a very cool old, it looks like oak tree. Probably should get out from under that branch, because it looks like it could go anytime, but this is beautiful. This is nice. Overall, I've been pleasantly surprised with this nature trail and preserve. Very nice. I love right now, because it's going to be 87, 86 degrees today, Fahrenheit, that it is overcast, and I'm just embracing the gray. So as I make my way around this, I think it's a 2.7 mile trail all the way around from what I read online. But nonetheless, if I don't get another shot today, this outing's been well worth it. Thanks for spending time with me. So let's see if there's anything left in store on this trail. Well, I think that's gonna do it. I've exhausted the trails here and my time. I need to go get to the conference and cool down. I am sweating like a pig. Do pigs sweat? I don't know, it's a saying. I'm assuming. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this video. I really had a good time being out here, and I hope to make another video real soon. I just want to get back into the habit of doing this because it's nice, and it's nice chatting with you guys all in the chat. So until the next one, I love y'all. Peace.